The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday. All right, Coach, take us back a little bit to the IUP game. You guys got a national runner-up from last year coming in here. What did you tell the guys in the locker room going into that one?
Well, Matt, I think our guys really took the scout to heart. I thought they did a great job for 3 days, really jumping into some tape. I thought they did a great job in the film room of studying IUP's tendencies. Watched a lot more tape than we usually do because they're so well coached. They run a lot of different sets. I think anytime you bring in a team that's been to a Final Four national championship game, I think it gets your players' attention. So I told them throughout the record, this team is better than their record. They've been in a lot of games. And I thought we did a great job of executing the game plan.
Talk a little bit about Matt Bengaya. Obviously, he comes in and has kind of a career day for you guys as far as leading a team over a team like that. What was he doing to kind of establish himself against a team like that?
You know, I thought Matt and Chase, both transfers, did a tremendous job. Matt was dialed in from the start. Knocked the three out early. I thought he got a lot of confidence driving the basketball. I thought our guys did a great job of finding him. And I really thought Chase Connor hit a lot of tough shots. You know, I think some of those threes he hit were contested. But he put in the extra work. He's really been working hard with our assistant coaches, Joe Mazzulla, our graduate assistant, George Wilmore. I think the time our guards have put in shooting the basketball, you know, outside of practice, I think it shows in the game with their percentages. So I thought those two guys really were dialed in offensively.
Did you see the rest of the guys kind of start feeding off of those guys early on and kind of picking up their mentality as far as playing fast and playing with them?
You know, I thought our press was really good. I thought we were flying around. I thought Trevor Evans did a tremendous job in the back of our press. Really set the tone early, had some monster blocks. One that at the end of the first half, he almost threw to half court. You could see our bench really into the game, flying around. When we do that and force the tempo, I think we're as good as anybody in the country.
So you look back at coming off a big win against an IUP team, this national runner-up last year. What did you guys do this week in terms of maybe kind of decompressing from that situation and going into Winston Salem State?
Good scouting. Did good scouting. Our teammates really did the scouting instead of the coaches. The made us really dial in and focus and prepare for the IUP game.
Sure.
I know we prepared really well going into that game. I think we knew that they were really good. Like they were in the national championship last year. I think we expected, a really good game, but I think we came out ready, prepared really well, scouted really well for that game.
Sure.
Yeah, well, our goal, man, after we lost the West Liberty game, we wanted to be in the top 5 heading into Christmas. Obviously, we're sitting at number 8. We've got a tough opponent in Winston Salem State. Anytime you go on the road, especially with a 6-hour drive, I think it's going to be a tough challenge to go down there and play on Saturday. So our goal was, let's control what we can control. You know, we have 3 or 4 more games after the West Liberty game, then we'll get a week off. Let's handle our business, see where we're at going into Christmas. But I like our morale right now. I like our work ethic. I think guys are trying to get better. They're not sitting around looking at national rankings, but I think also as a player, you like to be mentioned in the top 10 in the country because it gets your program on the map. But I think they're really getting better this time of year, which that's very important.
I feel like it would be really important for this program to bring it to the next step, next level, just top notch.
What do you guys do during that whole week off?
Well, actually, Matt, we took off Sunday and Monday. Guys came in and just shot the ball a little bit on Monday, but really had 2 off days. Then we'll have 3 very hard practices, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, actually taking the team down to West Virginia Marshall game, spending the night in Charleston to break up our trip a little bit, and then we'll head to Winston-Salem Friday for a very light practice and game Saturday. So I think as a coach, you got to look at your weaknesses. I think one of our weaknesses, rebounding the ball. We've put a huge emphasis on that this week. Jimmy Sears, one of our big supporters here in town, along with my mom and her husband, have done a tremendous job of feeding our players. It's really like having our own chef the last 3 or 4 days. They've cooked 2 meals a day for our players. We're actually going to another place tonight for another dinner at somebody in town's home. John Olivito and his wife. So it's been tremendous for our players to have this kind of these meals and the way this community takes care of our guys. It's been great.
Sure. You look ahead to this weekend, obviously a Winston Salem State team that you guys have had quite a history with. I mean, you guys have played them the past couple of years and things like that. What do you see out of them as far as this season goes?
Well, honestly, Matt, they've given us fits the last 2 years. If you look at the track record, we're 1-1 in 2 games. We won at the buzzer our first year, my second year. But our first year playing them, Shamgod Wells banked one in at the buzzer from the top of the key down there in front of about 2,000 people. And then last year, I thought they just outplayed us, outworked us. We turned the ball over 25 times. We were not ready to play that day. So hopefully our guys remember that, but they're very well coached. They do a tremendous job of getting to the glass, tremendous job of getting to the free throw line, and they're going to be very good in the CIAA. So a lot of people think I'm a little crazy with our schedule, but this wraps up our non-conference schedule, and then we get into league play. If we can handle our business and get a huge win, we'd be 6-0. Against the PSAC along as the CIAA. So I think the schedule will really help us come NCAA tournament time.
The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on TimesWV.com each Wednesday.